Yay, we're expecting. So this is huge. If you guys have been following my journey, you've been following me on Facebook or even on YouTube, I have put a couple videos up explaining our story and our journey with this pregnancy. And if you don't know, in March of 2015, so this March, we had a miscarriage at 12 weeks. I will link that video and that story down below so you guys can check out that full story because I go in detail about it all. So after that happened, we took a couple of months off to let us just heal. We were moving into a new house, so we got that situated. I let my body heal, let my body get regular again. I did the ultimate reset to make sure my hormones were in check, my cycle was in check, and then September was our month. September we were thinking we're gonna get pregnant in September, this is gonna be our month. And then I finally got in and saw the best OB in our area. September 23rd was the day, and he said, and I quote, your only homework assignment for the rest of this month until I see you next month is to not get pregnant. So September was out. And when I saw him in September on that day, he did so many tests. He was so thorough in figuring out why I had a miscarriage, because I'm so healthy, what we are going to do to prevent this from happening again. So he was super thorough. I did a ton of blood work. I did a ton of different tests. Everything I just had done. And what really happened was I have a blood disorder, and I can't even pronounce what it stands for. I'll maybe put the word here or something like that. But the initials for it are MTHRF or FR, whatever. But it's actually kind of common, I guess, semi-common in people who have miscarriages. So we found that out. That was awesome. We knew we had a reason for why we had a miscarriage. I have since been doctoring with him very, very closely in the last couple of months in figuring out when we need to try again, when my cycle was, all this stuff. And it's crazy because when I was there on the 3rd, we made another appointment for another test that I had to take at a certain time in my cycle, and I just happened to be at that perfect time in my cycle to take that test. So it was just crazy how all these things were aligning for us, and we went in on October, so we figured everything out, we got a plan, what I needed to do once we get pregnant, all that kind of stuff, and then we went in on October, I don't even know when in October, the middle of October, October, I want to say it was the 22nd or 23rd, I think. And I had messaged him and told him that I hadn't got my period yet, so I would like to do a blood test just to make sure that, to see if we were pregnant. Because I did take a blood test, or I did take a pregnancy test here, but it was way too early in my cycle to know if I was pregnant or not. So I came in early for our appointment. I got a blood test done, and while we were sitting and waiting in the office for him, obviously they sent the blood work to him, and he was going through all the results to just kind of recap on where we were, what the plan was, all that kind of stuff, and he brought up the results from the test I had just taken, and it said positive. So we were sitting in the doctor's office as we found out that we were positive, and he had said that we were probably only a week along, so literally I had we were not very far along at all. So we found that out. As of today, we are officially 10 weeks. So that's been a little bit of our journey and how we have gone through crazy stuff. So now that I'm pregnant, I have to do daily injections of Lovanex for my blood disorder to make sure it's like a blood thinner, so make sure I just don't clot or anything. And in my miscarriage story, I share that on my placenta, I think there was a hemorrhage or a bleed, and that's what caused the miscarriage. So that's how we're preventing it this time. I'm also taking progesterone right now until 14 weeks to make sure that hormone is good to go. I have to take a folate, which is pretty normal. Most people have to take a folic acid. Mine's a folate, so it has vitamin B and vitamin 12 or vitamin A, vitamin B6. It has another vitamin in there. And then a baby aspirin is all I'm taking for the whole rest of the pregnancy. So he actually did say too, from here on out, any pregnancies that we have after this, I will be doing all those things again. So the injections and all that kind of stuff, which I was really scared to do the daily injections. I mean, who wants to give themselves a shot every single day? But it actually hasn't been that bad. I do them on my inner thighs. The pain lasts maybe 5 minutes, not even, and it's more of like a burning. The progesterone, on the other hand, is a totally different story, and I'm super excited for that to be done, just because that's like, you feel that nonstop all day. But I wanted to let you guys know that since we are pregnant, I plan on doing, probably not weekly, but maybe every couple weeks, pregnancy update. So I will have a separate video for my 10-week update on how I've been feeling from like when we found out to today. So I'll have a 10-week update. Basically, it's like my first trimester update. But then I'll have another update at 12, and we'll just kind of go and feel how I feel. If I don't have a lot of different like symptoms or anything like that, I might skip a couple weeks. So I'm not going to be like every week I'm going to do an update, or every 2 weeks I'm going to do an update. I'm doing this more for myself too, so I can always come back to these videos and watch them in the future. But I'm also doing it for all you guys out there who have struggled with a miscarriage, because I know it's so easy to give up hope and give up faith, but we need to remember that God is good all the time, and He will answer our prayers if we trust Him and trust our process. I know that full fact that we would not be ready for a baby right now if we didn't have that miscarriage. We would have a baby right now, and we're just not ready. We're not mentally ready for that yet. And I'm not saying I'm glad it happened, because I'm not. By all means, I'm not glad it happened at all, but it happened for a reason. And I just want to share my whole journey with you guys and let you know everything that's happening. And if you have if you have that blood disorder, let me know. I'd love to see how it's affected you and your kids. If you had anything that it's affected, I hope not. Most of the time, there's nothing that we have to worry about. But I just want to hear your guys' story. If you had a miscarriage, what happened? Have you had kids after that? I know a lot of people I talk to, they're scared to try again. And I think if you find the right OB who is going to do whatever it takes to get you pregnant and to get you to have a healthy baby, you should be in good hands. And that's what I feel. I'm not one bit nervous. I'm not one bit scared. I'm excited. I know I'm in super amazing hands, and He's going to do whatever it takes for this baby to be in my hands in June. The end of June is our due date. So I would love to answer any questions. If you guys have questions, I will have this up sometime this week. Obviously, if you're watching it, it's up, and I will have my 10-week video up with this as well, so you guys can see all my symptoms I've been having the last couple weeks. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm super excited. I would love all the prayers in the world. If you guys have anything that you want me to pray for you, if you're struggling right now to just know what you're supposed to do with your pregnancy journey or your miscarriage, please let me know. Don't feel like you can't reach out to me. I feel like that's my calling right now. I'm here to be a voice of hope for anybody out there who is struggling with just trying to get through that all that stuff that comes with miscarriage. So I'm super excited that we are 10 weeks along, and I'm just grateful for everybody who has been praying for us, and I can feel the prayers. You guys keep them coming. It's an amazing thing what prayer can do. And I hope you follow us along on this journey, because I'm super excited. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I love you.